This is Hellmet, a helmet camera first-person shooter in the door-breaching simulator genre. Basically, it's just body cam footage of a raid if it was a Roblox experience. There are currently only 2, technically 3 maps in the game as of now, but there isn't one video explaining everything, so I wanted to do that now. But because there are no badges in the game, I'll need to change the title up a bit. So here's tips and tricks plus all break-ins for Hellmet. First is the tutorial. It explains mostly everything there is to the game, so I'll just explain what it doesn't. You have an intimidation level, which can help you make people surrender faster. This can be increased through certain perks and guns, like the suppressed revolver. It becomes very useful if you want to grind levels, or if you don't want to end up in a firefight every other room. You also need to consider how loud you are. Some hostiles may leave their room if they hear you, which can lead to a domino effect of you getting overrun with people around you and shooting you. There are also some perks and items that decrease how loud you are, like the civilian shoes. NPCs in this game also have a vision cone. If you breach a room without hostiles hearing and seeing you, you have a much greater chance of making them surrender. Finally, if you have your flashlight on, you can adjust the brightness using your scroll wheel. Now that you've completed the tutorial, take a look at the skills tab. You won't be able to get any of the skills yet, but these will be a big help for you later on. The first skill tree, the negotiator skill tree, is very good starting out. The first skill is kinda useless, but the next 3 are a lot better. Quick throw is very useless to be honest, so don't get it. Deflection allows you to convert a hostile enemy into an ally, which is great if you're solo. It's not too good if you have a low intimidation level though. Hard Speak multiplies your intimidation level by 2, which is an extremely good perk, and a necessity when grinding for levels. The final perk, Social Engineer, is pretty good as it stops people from trying to run away, stab you, or to pick up their gun from the ground, which also eliminates the need for zip ties. However, it also gets rid of most of the need for the deflection perk, so it's not the best. The second skill tree, Perturbator, is good for loud runs, but also has some good perks in general. The Perturbator perk itself is alright, but it's only good if you want to do a run with a few guns that are very expensive. Booming Voice is very good for grinding and quiet runs, as it helps out a lot with making people surrender when they don't listen to you the first time. Hoarder gives you more budget, which is good if you want to bring in more items with you. Scavenger gives a chance for hostiles to drop plates, which isn't too useful if you plan on bringing some yourself, but it can be helpful. The final perk, Weapons Mastery, allows you to equip 2 primaries or 2 secondaries, but it's not too good as most of the guns are too expensive to justify bringing 2 of them. The third skill tree, Envoy, is just not very good. The Envoy perk gives you superpowers and allows you to see people behind walls, which is pretty good. The Hospitality perk is not very good as you don't encounter many healing stations in most runs, especially if you're going slow. Intervention is kind of confusing, but basically you can see when mini stations are going to spawn, which is a bit nice but not necessary. Generosity is alright, but not very useful if you aren't being wasteful with your gadgets. The final perk, Steadfast Before Them, basically gives you multiple lives, which is very nice, but if you're dying more than 3 times in one round, then you're probably doing something very wrong anyway. So it's not very practical, all things considered. Finally, there's the Breacher skill tree. The Breacher skill allows you to kick down doors instantly, which sounds good, but kicking down doors is very risky, and lockpicking is better in almost every case. Master Key significantly increases lockpicking speed, which is awkward to get after you got the perk that helps you kick down doors, but it's still alright. Stillness makes your footsteps quieter, which is very good, but an item in game does the same thing, so if you get either the Hoarder perk or buy the civilian shoes, then it does the same thing. The Hush Kicker perk makes kicking down doors much quieter, which is not useful at all, as most of the time the hostiles will still see you kick down the doors anyway, so you don't really get any advantage. Dexterous makes using your gadgets much faster, which is useful if you're using zip ties or flashbangs, but isn't worth unlocking the whole skill tree for it. That was all the skill trees, which took a lot longer for me to explain than I thought. When beginning, I would recommend getting the perks in the Negotiator skill tree first, except for Quick Throw because it sucks, and then go into the Perpetrator skill tree for Booming Voice and Hoarder. Once you have those 6 perks, maybe give yourself superpowers or something else in Breacher, but at that point you're going to be level 50 anyway and not really need any other perks to help you. Anyway, moving on to the first map, the Covenant, You and your partners are trapped in a facility, some other lore stuff happens I don't feel like covering, and then boom, you're in the starting menu. Now before you actually start playing, take a look at your loadout. Here is where you can select your guns and what gadgets you bring in with you. I won't be going over all of the items, instead I'll just point out the important ones. Zip ties are pretty much required unless you want to do a loud run, same for lockpicks. This is so you can prevent civilians from running away and triggering the alarm. Plates are useful so that you don't take any heaps of damage all at once, or if you do, so that you have more time to react. Finally, sneakers make you more quiet, but are not necessary. Just nice if you want to run around more. Okay, now we can get into the gameplay. When you load into the game, this is the layout of the floor you spawn on. The layout of the rooms will be randomized, but each room layout will still be the same. Here you can see me quickly clear out each room along with me almost shooting some hostages by accident. Unless I'm in, oh no, I'm in full screen mode right now. Okay, never mind. There we go. So, empty room. I have sneakers on, so I'm able to run, except he hears me anyway, so that's nice. I'm really worried if there's other people in the room, because then they could cascade and I won't be able to tie that guy up, but there aren't. So I tie him up. That door is unlocked, so I go in. And usually there's more NPCs by now, but there aren't. And I have the objective, but just to clear the whole place, I'm going to clear the other two rooms as well. Here, I hear a lot of people. So, oh yeah, one of them hears me, and it just goes pretty bad. Yeah, I almost shot that guy. Luckily, I accidentally shoot him there, but he was running, so it doesn't count as an innocent kill. And I thought I heard another guy, but there was none. So I tie up this guy. I double check. Should always double check, and there's no one there. So that could have been really bad, but it wasn't because of some luck. Check this room because I heard some people. You gotta be really careful because there's a lot of corners in there. I hear a bomb, so I'm just like a little careful. I think it was that other door, so I try to go through that one first. Yeah, and there was one. People there, one of them saw me with a visor, but I was luckily able to get both of them, and then they both get up. This is really, I was so scared because if both of them get up at the same time, you can't really target one. The other one, like, you're going to get hits on, but luckily I was able to hit his weak points and he went down and I was at 1 HP, so I almost lost the run. And there was another grenade there. If I wasn't wearing headphones, I probably would have died to it because I don't pay attention to those. Only one guy immediately. This room's tough because, yeah, there can be multiple people around the corner in the back. And I know this is going really fast. It's just that I'm really used to this. So, yeah, I could just go through it quickly. And the G-Man gave me some supplies. And that's it for this checkpoint. There's 2 doors here, so I just pick eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There's some lore stuff going down on the text, but I stopped paying attention after the 5th time. Yeah, I was not prepared for that. Luckily, there were just 2 civilians. I think, yeah, the other one gets up and I just barely hear it. And I take my time to aim there and it pays off. Do not just spray and pray, especially with secondaries. He hears me even though I have sneakers, which is annoying. I just try to get him down. I can reach him with zip ties from there, so I do that first so he doesn't run away. Then check the room. Here you don't really need to lockpick, you can just kick it down, but I prefer to anyway for the XP. Now these rooms are always going to be the same. They aren't randomized like in the first chapter's layout on the first floor. So it can especially go super fast here. These 2 rooms have no one in them, so that's really big for me because they're really annoying, especially from the way I cleared them. I hear people in here. Just kidding, there's no one in there. So then I'm like, okay, they must be in here, and there's no room there. So I must be hearing things, even though I just heard it now while rewatching this, so I don't know. I guess there's just like a dementia system in this game. Here you can run because they only spawn when you get close. I only saw 2 people, that's why I went super fast. It worked out. I only got 1 damage off. Or on me, rather. There can be people in this room, too. Like, they just randomly spawn in whenever. Yeah, and there's a ton of people in there, even though I never heard any of them before. I got the civilian surrendered, so that's really good. And this guy actually can't see me because his vision cone is blocked. The guy starts running, so I took care of him. So now what I have to do is, like, slowly peek. This guy can't see me, so that's an easy takedown. Here was so close to killing that guy who surrendered. Luckily, trigger discipline allowed me to not kill him. So that's 2 close calls this run. You gotta have a really good reaction time for this game. Well, unless you're playing with other people, I guess. But I don't like to do that. This room is super big. There's always a risk of people. You can see there he saw me immediately and I wasn't ready for it. So now I'm at 2 health, which is alright. This is another room where people can be in there without you hearing them. And again, these rooms are also all the same. I hear a bomb, I don't see it even though it's right outside the door. You always want to clear the stairwell first though, because for some reason they can like hear you way better than the other room. And there is no one in the other room, but I like to have a door stop for that reason, just in case, even though I didn't use it. Now we're getting to the 3rd checkpoint, or 2nd checkpoint, I guess, if you're not counting the beginning. Here, you need to be careful of bombs, because the rain sound produces a hissing sound like the bombs, but the bombs are slightly louder. So you just need to be really careful. I forget if there are any. If there were, I don't think I would have died since I was behind the door, but still. The NPC would have died. And someone, I think I comment on it. Someone opened the door with the bomb on it. Like, I have no idea why. I don't know where the door was either right now, because no one died there. I think it was, no, it might have been the next one. You gotta check behind here, because I've died to someone being there before. It's really annoying. I hear someone, but I don't see them, so they are probably on the bottom floor. So I missed my intimidate, but because I have the booming voice perk, I was able to intimidate him anyway, because I was aiming at him, which is nice. Here I hear someone, so I check, I don't see anyone, so I get the stuff. And there's no one in there either, so again, it's like you hear people walking, but you don't see them. I think that's probably because they're zip tied and they're still walking, but I really don't know. And I don't think I find the where the bomb was either that someone opened. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The rain makes a hissing sound and it sounds like a bomb. I just wasn't careful because it's the end of the run. Oh yeah, there's like very little people spawn here. Occasionally an NPC will spawn here, but that's very rare. And then once you're past this point, the run is pretty much over. There's no hostiles. Unless you walk into a bomb, there's like no risk of anything really. There's only a risk of rain. And then you just run all the way to the helicopter pad. And you go, yay, I did it. Woohoo, yippee. GG, guys. The next map is called Dawnbreaker and is the last map in the game as of now. It also has 2 different spawns, which I'll cover a bit of both. I start on the roof, which is one of the 2 places you can spawn. Luckily, I believe all of the rooms are the same. Like, there's no randomization in this map whatsoever. I could be wrong about that, but use both of my plates here. What's nice if you spawn on the top is there's windows, so you can see how many people there are. So I know I'm probably going to get into a firefight here, and I do immediately. There I almost shoot this civilian. I think I got like hit regged or something. Still ultimately a bad encounter though, because I lost half my health, but it's alright. I hear people, but I don't see them. So I think they're probably on the bottom floor, which I won't get to, because you can just skip that floor and go straight to the second floor. They do hear me though, so I need to wait to make sure that nothing bad happens. And it doesn't. There's usually a ton of people in this room, so I got really lucky that I surrendered some people. That guy's running away. That guy has a gun. I kill him. I rush to get the radio. Luckily, that guy hasn't run too far. So I catch up to him, and I'm at the second checkpoint already. He's bugged, so I'm able to kill him easily. I check back, make sure no one has ran, and they haven't. So I zip tie the guy that's the farthest away from where I want to be. And yeah, it's really fast if you spawn on the top to get to the second checkpoint. And here there's two different directions. The fastest route is the right. However, if you want an easier route, it's to the left. Okay, it looks like, no, I'm just going for health. Okay. Yeah, you can't get back here once you get to the next area. So you might as well use everything. So here I go to the right just because it's faster overall. On the left, you can get respirator masks. You'll see why you'll need them later, but it's just generally easier. That guy doesn't see me, so I'm able to make him surrender. He does crawl though, and because he's going for his gun, you're just able to shoot them. Whoops, I'm not in full screen. Classic. Yeah, here's the other area. I really love how it shows you and doesn't tell you the mechanics. And if the door is locked, you're able to lockpick it in the cutscene, so that's what I did. There can be people in the respirator room. Here there are, so you always want to clear those out, because you do not want to go into a full room when you need to. And here is really bad because not only do I lag, but he gets up while I'm in the middle of zip tying, so very scary, but I managed to get out of it fine. Yeah, there's a lot of people in there. Lots of radios, luckily that's not a problem. Here I lag a ton, like, you're gonna lag a lot here. I don't know why, maybe it's because so much of the map is loaded. They haven't improved it, but it's still kind of laggy. And now we're basically already near the end. I like to clear the respirator room even though I don't really need to use it. There can be people here and they can snipe you across the map. The NPCs have insane accuracy, especially on the higher difficulty, so you really need to be careful here. But if there's no one, you pretty much have the right of way. Yeah, just shoot the rocks. So you can see perfect accuracy. And overall, this is just going pretty quickly. The main difficulty of this level, I'd say, is the end with the boss fight, which I'm getting to. There can be NPCs in the next room, but it's kind of rare. Okay, just go down. The only reason why I'm lockpicking here is because of the XP, just being honest. Again, you cannot backtrack, so you can use the health, but your gadgets are useless, even your flashbangs, so. And you want to scout the room, see where you can easily, like, lap him, or train him, I think it's called, technically. And during the cutscene, at the start, you can search the crates. Now, how this guy works is once he has I just hit the microphone. Once he has a line of sight on you, he's going to stop there, charge up for 2 seconds, and just keep shooting in that area for 6 or 5 seconds. In this time, you can search the crates for materials to craft a bomb. I believe you need to hit him with the bomb 4 times, but when you do hit him, he does speed up. I think if you hit him twice or 3 times, he speeds up. And it's really tough balancing when you can get the materials. Here, I got an unlucky hit on me. It's really hard balancing when you can get the materials and when you can stun him. Especially now, because it's like the area I'm in is a little complex. Like, you kind of get stuck here. You need to wait for him. I believe he shoots me here. Yeah. So it's a really bad run at this point. He's going to come from the other way, which I just don't want at all. And the run is very messed up. I make a horrible play. I don't go over and get him trained more or loop him around more. Yeah, I just run into him. There's nothing I can do. And I was originally going to try and do this deathless, but I haven't, and I can't. This is the best run I have. Only one death. So this run, spoiler alert, this run I do beat him. They changed it so when you die, when you need to restart from your last checkpoint, there's like it halves your points. So this map is like out of the question for point grinding. Unless you can consistently do this boss first try, there's no point. And here is really good because I get a full square, like one crate around each. Nope, never mind, I lied. Okay. I forgot. So this is actually kind of bad, long hallways like this, because if you get stuck, he starts charging and there's nothing you can do. But it's also good because you can randomly throw bombs, and most of the time he'll walk into them. That bomb I just threw, he surprisingly never walks into, but it's a rare exception. Most of the time it'll happen. The benefit of the long hallways like that is you can stall him in them, and I unluckily get hit there through the crates. So yeah, just stall him, run all the way across to the end so you can hide behind something, search, wait for him, and then just keep searching more. You just want to stall him for as long as possible, pretty much. And I prematurely placed the bomb because you don't need to... Technically, you can throw them at him, but you don't need to. He can also walk over them, and he'll explode that way as well. And I go around the corner so I can continue. And then I just run all the way down, search, and you pretty much just repeat doing this. But because he does speed up after a few bombs, you really want to be careful, because long hallways like this are super deadly once he has an increased speed. I just realized my mouse was on there the whole time. Sorry about that. Whatever. First try. Live commentary. And I moved my mouse again. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Nothing else is happening. I almost get shot there. Luckily I don't. Yeah, before searching, you always want to stall him. Unless he's super far away, I guess. And you just want to equip any gadget so that your headlamp is right in front of you. Because your gun, it sways with your gun. But right now it's just... I can actually see what's going on. Yeah, here it was almost really bad. Because I was not really behind cover, but I only got hit once, luckily. And I get upset because he doesn't trigger the bomb I placed in the corner. Or the other one I placed. But it's okay. Yeah, here I get a little scared. Just because I suck at this boss. And that's the only reason. So, okay, no, never mind. I was going to say that crate. Sometimes the crates don't give you materials if you already have enough for a bomb. But sometimes it just does. It's kind of random. Now here I'm worried he's not going to hit the bombs. But I still keep searching anyway, just in case like I need a lot more. It kind of is random where the bombs go, but you can mostly control the general area of where they go. That was a little risky because I selected the middle scrap. And here I think he only... Well, I threw one bomb at him. And you can see now he's like running instead of just walking at me. He either... I don't think he detonated the other bomb that I placed. But if he detonated two at the same time, yeah, unlucky. Tough luck. So now you gotta be a lot more careful. Here, like, I wasn't able to search that just because he's going so fast. And it looks like he only detonated one bomb, so I'm hoping that the next run around he will detonate it again. But again, just in case he doesn't, I keep searching. I almost got shot multiple times then, but luckily I didn't. Same for here. Like, this is pretty risky. And now I just put all my eggs in one basket. I'm throwing the bomb, and luckily it hits him. And we did it! He's dead! Yay! Yeah. Hooray, we did it! And it kind of sucked, honestly. This is... Yeah, I hate this level just because of that one guy. It sucks. Only got 6,000 points. Yeah, but that's the general idea of it. Alright, here is the bottom starting position. You can see the Gastia flag up there, I think. I don't know. I'll keep track of the lore. I can kind of hear people, but not really, so I believe I just speed through it. I don't go through most of the maps. And I'm really surprised with how many people were there. I accidentally kill a hostile, but that's okay, since I don't plan on finishing this run. It's just to show you guys the bottom level. Usually some of those doorways that are blocked off aren't, but it's randomized, so... And then you immediately go into the second floor. To get to the upper floors, you need to pass through the second floor, so you might as well just skip them, since this is where the checkpoint is. I hear people all around me, really, so I just start randomly here. I hear... Again, I hear everyone all around me. I'm like, what the heck? Looking back on it now, I think they were just in the upper floors. Since I don't believe there's anyone in here. I really think there are, but I guess I'm just delusional. I don't know if they can muffle the sounds from upper floors. I almost die here. Luckily, this guy gets bugged with the knife, so he doesn't chase after me. He just stands there. Yeah, almost died, but luckily I didn't. As I was saying, I hope that they make an update where maybe you can't hear the upper or lower floors. That'd be super helpful. And if you can't hear hostages that are zip-tied. That guy sees me. Luckily, booming voice saved the day. Because even if the hostile NPCs see you, I was banking on that guy blowing up, but he didn't because NPCs can phase through walls. That guy immediately stands up, so I just shoot him. And I accidentally make those two guys surrender. I get super scared here because I'm on like 1 HP. Luckily, my spray fire works. His body goes into the back rooms, and I win. And we all celebrate. Well, except for the fact that they're zip-tied. And I missed that guy. So I believe there were like 7 people in this room. Yeah. So... And that guy has a gun. I did not know that. I was so scared because... Oh, okay. And his body went to the back rooms. He shot me once there. In the easier modes, you can see your full health. Right now, you only get to see the 4 bars. But I was pretty much like 1 HP. And I leave it off there because that's all you need to see. Yeah, that's all the maps so far. And that's it for Hellmet as of now. Well, I guess there is also some lore, but that's boring, and there's already some videos covering it, so I won't get into it now. Plus, this video is already long enough already. I hope this video helped it out. If it did, consider liking and subscribing, all that good stuff. If you don't want to, you don't need to, but I like seeing the numbers get bigger. Alright, that's it. See ya.